Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the complex and honestly fascinating world of hacking. So, have you ever wondered what a modern hacker's playbook actually looks like? We're about to dive deep into the methods they use. Some are incredibly sophisticated, and others, well, they're surprisingly simple. And here's the thing that might surprise you. The most effective attacks often don't start with lines and lines of complicated code. Nope, they start by targeting us, people. They prey on our psychology, our trust, our curiosity, our basic human instinct to click a button.
Okay, let's get right into this first big category. It's all about the art of manipulating people, a technique that's broadly known as social engineering. And believe me, this is the foundation for so many cyber attacks.
This slide really breaks down how email scams have evolved. It all starts with your standard phishing, which is kind of like casting a huge generic net, hoping to catch anyone with a fake email. But then it gets way more personal, with spear phishing, where they target specific individuals with custom messages. And at the very top, you've got whaling. These are highly targeted, handcrafted attacks aimed at the biggest fish, like CEOs. Then you've got this really sneaky tactic, clickjacking. It's a classic bait and switch. You see a button on a website that says something like watch this video or get your discount, and you click it. But what you don't see is that there's an invisible button layered on top of it, and you've actually just authorized a malware download or given an app access to your social media. You think you're doing one thing, but in the background, you're doing something else entirely. And you know, these methods can get surprisingly low tech. Shoulder surfing is exactly what it sounds like. Someone just looking over your shoulder to see your password. SIM swapping is when a hacker tricks your phone company into moving your number to their phone. And then there's stuff like bluejacking and blue snarfing, which exploit your Bluetooth connection to either send you spam or, even worse, steal your contacts and files.
So the person is tricked. They click the link, they install the sketchy software, they fall for the scam. What happens next? Well, this is when the unwanted digital guests show up. We're talking about malicious software or malware getting onto the system.
One of the most infamous types for sure is ransomware. This is a direct and frankly terrifying attack. It can shut down entire companies. It works by encrypting all of your files, your photos, your work, everything. And then a message pops up demanding a ton of money to get them back. It is literally like a digital kidnapper holding your data hostage. Now, if ransomware is loud and obvious, spyware is the complete opposite. It's designed to be a ghost. It's a silent observer, secretly watching everything you do. It can log your keystrokes to steal passwords, take screenshots of your bank account page, or even turn on your webcam, all without you having a clue it's even there. And this one is just brilliant in a devious kind of way. A Trojan horse is malware that's hidden inside a program that looks totally legit. You think you're downloading a cool new game or a helpful tool, but as soon as you run it, bam, the malicious code inside is let loose on your system. It's the ultimate friendly-looking gift with a nasty surprise inside. And the variety is just staggering. You've got worms, which are these self-replicating programs that can spread across whole networks all by themselves. Keyloggers that record every single thing you type. Rootkits, which are designed to bury themselves so deep in your system that they're almost impossible to find. Then there's even cryptojacking, where your computer's power is secretly being used to mine cryptocurrency for somebody else.
Okay, so once a hacker gets a foothold, either by tricking a person or by planting malware, the attacks can escalate. They can go from targeting just one user to launching a direct assault on an entire system, like a company's network or a website server.
A classic example here is something called an SQL injection. Now, SQL is basically the language computers use to talk to databases, and this attack hits right at that foundation. By sneaking malicious code into something as simple as a website's search bar, an attacker can trick the database into spilling all of its secrets, or even just deleting everything. It really is like finding a secret backdoor into a supposedly secure building. A man-in-the-middle attack is all about breaking your trust in your connection. Imagine you're on public Wi-Fi at a coffee shop. You think you're connecting directly to your bank's website, but a hacker has secretly put themselves right in the middle of that conversation. They can see everything, intercept everything, and even change the messages going back and forth, and you'd never know. You know, not all attacks are about stealing things. Sometimes they're about pure disruption. A denial of service attack, or DDoS, is designed to just overwhelm a system with a massive flood of junk traffic. And this chart right here gives you a perfect visual. Look at the difference between normal traffic and the absolute tidal wave of a DDoS attack. And the result? It's simple, but it's incredibly effective. The servers just can't handle it and they crash. Regular people like us can't get through, and the service just becomes completely unavailable. The website goes down. End of story. All right, for our last section, let's pull back the curtain and look at some of the more specialized tools and advanced strategies that really power these large-scale hacking operations. This is where you see a whole other level of planning and skill.
When it comes to cracking passwords, hackers have two main philosophies. On one side, you have the brute force attack. This is all about persistence, trying millions and millions of password combinations on a single account until something works. On the other side, you have password spraying. This is about being broad, trying a few super common passwords like password123 across millions of different accounts, just hoping to find an easy target.
Now, this is the holy grail for a hacker, a zero-day exploit. This is an attack that targets a security flaw that is brand new, so new that even the people who made the software don't know about it yet. It's like finding a secret weak spot in a fortress wall before the builders have even had a chance to fix it. And this strategy is just brilliantly patient. Instead of going after their targets directly, hackers figure out, okay, what websites do these people visit all the time? They then compromise one of those trusted sites, that's the digital watering hole, and then they just sit back and wait for their targets to show up and get infected. This quote just captures the end goal of so many of these attacks perfectly. It's called privilege escalation. The idea is to start with really limited, low-level access and then find a way to get more and more power until you basically have full control of the entire system. It's all about finding that one master key that opens all the doors. So understanding all these techniques is really the first, most important step towards being more aware. It reminds us that digital security isn't just a one-time thing. It's this constant, ongoing challenge of locks and keys. Which kind of leaves us with one final thought to chew on. In a world full of digital backdoors, is any door